In this video, we're going to go over the interface. Currently, I have a program running, and I want to go over everything that's happening here, okay? So, if you look at the left side of the screen, this is all the G code streaming to my machine. You'll see my machine here in the middle, okay? This is the G code on the left side. There's green checks, and then there's these not green checks, okay? The green checks are pieces of the program that it's completed, pieces of G code that it's already completed. These not green checks are code that it's sent to the machine, but it hasn't actually executed it yet. There's a buffer in there which holds about 16 lines of code maximum. And so this tells you what it's sent. This tells you what's been executed, right? The green tells you what's been executed. The not green tells you what's been sent to the machine waiting to be executed. Okay, down here is your buffer. Okay, so if the buffer is full, that's good. That means the machine has lots of code in it. It's ready to move. Okay. When it runs out of buffer, it might stutter. Okay, that might mean you're going too fast. It might mean you need to upgrade the controller. There's a few ways to get around that. I might go into that in another video if someone requests that. Okay, to the left of this is how many lines are in this program. Okay, so there are 4,841 lines of code that it's got to send to make this image happen. Okay, as you can see, it's almost done with the image. To the right of it is a projected time. Okay, this is an estimate. It's pretty accurate on here actually, but it is just an estimate of the time it's going to take. Okay, you can compare that up here in the pink to the time that's gone by so far that it's been running. Okay, so projected time way down here for some reason, current progress, and time it's been running all the way up here. Okay, if I wanted to do 2 passes on this thing, I could click this up, and now it's going to do 2 of these exact same things. Now it's going to go darker, it's going to go deeper, it's going to run it twice, right? I'm going to bring it back down to 1. Okay, now most of these buttons aren't going to work while it's running. Okay, but we go down here. Okay, this is an important one. So these buttons won't work while it's running. Down here, this is called your overrides, and then you have your status. Right now the status is in run. Okay, if I were to pause it, it might say, oh, status hold. Yeah, if I turn on the cooling feature of this, go to, file, GRBL settings, go to automatic cooling, and I turn on automatic cooling for my laser diodes. Some of them have to have like, 10 minutes on, 20 minutes off, or else they're out of warranty, right? It's going to say cooling on here. Because I pause it, it says status hold. If I were to hit this moving man guy that says resume, it's going to go right back to working, okay? If I were to stop the program, abort the program, and I were to, confirm that I want to abort it, it's going to say status idle. So this is the status of the machine right now, okay? Now back to these ones, the overrides. If I were to click on this, these are my overrides, okay? I can speed up and slow down the machine, the engraving, live. So I don't know if you can see it there, but if I were to up the speed, I'm just gonna double it randomly. So that speed just doubled now. Now it's going twice as fast. Okay? So it's kind of cruising. I don't know if you see it going back and forth a lot faster. But I'm going to bring it back down here to really slow. Right? Now it's going half speed, half the normal speed. Okay? So that's the overrides. So if it's not engraving quite right, if it's engraving too dark, I can override it in here. I can do the same thing with the power. I can up the power, lower the power. The rapid tells it to go max speed. If you're getting jumps or glitches while it's jumping, you might want to bring that down. Okay? If you want to reset everything, right here on the right, resets it, resets it, resets it. Okay, so now we're back to normal. And I'm going to click out of here, and I'm back to this. Okay? This is an estimate of what it's going to look like that you're engraving. Okay? All this yellowish white space, the laser's never going to move here. In between here is dashed lines, okay? So it starts from the 0 point. You see this dashed line to the first bit it's engraving, and then it goes back and forth. All these are dashed lines skipping the white space. Okay, that's why it's got these dashed lines between here, okay? If I'm wearing like the green or blue glasses, this might be a little tough to see. I can go to colors and I can hit blue laser, okay? So if I'm wearing the blue glasses, now I can see the red. Now, oftentimes you're wearing red glasses for safety, okay? When you're wearing red glasses, it's hard to see red lines. And so that's why I keep mine on red laser or, the blue lines. Then up here, we have our current feed rate, which is 1200, right? That's what I set it to in here. I don't know if you watched the last video, but I set it to 1200. The current great laser power was at 255, and it tells you the current X position, Y position, and Z position locally. It also gives you globally the X position, Y position, and Z position. And we can go over that deeper in a video if you would like. It just completed, right? You saw it, you know, laser it up there, then go back to 0. And if you look at the status, it now says idle. Okay? And you see there's no more streaming. It gives a summary of what happened. So it sent all the lines, no errors, took this long. And once it was done, it went back to 0 here. Okay? G0, X0, Y0, 0, or Z0. So that's the interface you're looking at. And that's it for this video.